Hello, Libras and Libra rising. Welcome to your Aftermoon report. We're going to check in after that new moon in Aries. That was in your, I think that lit up your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. That last new moon was a little different from most new moons in that it's not just a new beginning, but also an ending, a closing of a chapter. So we're going to take a look at what we closed off, what we left behind, and what we're moving on and moving forward into, what energies we're moving into, what energies we're leaving behind. If you don't know me, I'm new to YouTube. I am a longtime tarot reader. I've been reading tarot since I was 17, and I am 38, going on 39 real quick now. So I've been reading tarot for a long time. I am an astrology student, and if you didn't follow me over here from my Instagram or from my blog, starsandspoons.com, I tend to read for people who are dealing with chronic health issues, depression, chronic anxiety, the Spoonie community, people who have a little less energy to work with. We have to be more mindful about self-care. I think my readings can apply for anyone, really, to anyone. So let's get into your Aftermoon report here. I've already pulled some cards. I'm going to pull a few more. For the energy that you're moving out of, we've got the Four of Cups here. So we're definitely moving out of a time of having to rebalance. That's especially important for Libras, Libra risings, and Libra moons like myself. My moon is in Libra. So we're moving out of this time of having to kind of recover, rest, regroup, and then also I pulled the Ace of Pentacles. So I don't know if some of you have started some new endeavors or are about to, but that's always a good sign of a new beginning, the Ace of Pentacles. And then we've got the Empress here, moving into the Empress, which is really where Libras want to be, because the Empress is balanced, she's nurturing, she has her emotional shit together, and that's really what those of us with a lot of prominent Libra in our chart, we need that balance of the Empress. So I think that's really good sign to be moving into. We've also, for what we're moving into, got the King of Swords. Really moving, I almost see this as like leveling up intellectually. Really having to use your intellect wisely and make a lot of decisions, important decisions. Ace of Cups. We're moving into the Ace of Cups. So this is again, the Aces are often new beginnings, and the Ace of Cups is a great card. It's just joy, happiness, emotional fulfillment, emotional joy, just your cup overflowing. It's really nice. And then we also have the Knight of Wands. And along with the King of Swords, I just see things are going to start moving now. A lot of action in your reading today. A lot of action, a lot more swift movement, possibly even some travel. For the outcome of April, what's coming up towards the end of April here. I've got the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. 2 pages. So definitely keep in mind that this could be information coming in. For sure. We could have some information coming in. If you've been feeling like you're in the dark about some things, especially financial matters and home matters and emotional matters, that there's some clarity coming there. And ultimately, we end April with the Magician. And the Magician is awesome because that's letting you know that you have everything you need to create whatever you want. And you have all the tools there. And it is time to start creating, making some magic, making some of that Libra magic. So I'm just going to pull a few more cards about the energy we're moving into here. And, oh, the Wheel of Fortune just popped out there. So, definitely things are changing. A lot of times I see the Wheel of Fortune as an indicator that the winds are changing. And so if you have been, if you've been here at the bottom of the wheel, you're turning around and coming up on top, And I mean, I think when the Wheel of Fortune is right side up, that tends to be the direction of the motion. So I think things are turning. Your wheel is turning and change is coming. Sorry, my little alarm went off. So change and a lot of action coming up here. I know that when the sun is in Aries, for me, it's like waking up after a long, sleepy winter. And our fires are getting lit again. So it's action time for you Libras. This is the most action I'm seeing out of all the readings I'm doing. So you all are busy. You're about to get busy. I don't know if if you're gonna see that until maybe the end of April, beginning of May, but things are moving along, and towards the end of April, look for messages coming in. Look for messages coming in, information coming in, because I think with double page there's definitely some kind of information coming in, especially on things that have been cloudy up until now. Okay. Hierophant. One card at a time, please, deck. The deck wants to give me like 10 cards for you, Libras. Let's see. We got the Hierophant, which I'm just asking for clarification on that. Okay. 9 of Wands. It's funny, that's come up before for a few other signs. So the Hierophant and the 9 of Wands. This tells me that with all of this swift action coming in and things are about to get pretty busy for you, even as spoonies, it doesn't necessarily mean with work. It could be creatively, it could be a number of different ways that things are just going to get busier, things are going to be moving more. And so I think this is almost a self-care message for that spiritual and creative fulfillment and feeling content and inside, and in that inner balance way. Finding some rituals to do in the morning, Looking to older traditions that you may have found comfort in, maybe revisiting those. The Hierophant often brings us traditional wisdom, ancestral wisdom. So look towards that for some comfort and ease in this coming time. And yeah, we've got Three of Wands. So I think creative collaboration. I think just in general coming into a pretty good solid time for Libras. Definitely. The Three of Wands is a nice energy. I always think of like artists collaborating together and creativity flowing. Okay, what about the Tower reversed? So what I want to say about that is the Tower reversed sometimes comes up when we are resisting change, when we are uncomfortable with the changes that have to happen for us to grow. And whenever the Tower comes up, I will also always just say to be extra cautious when you're traveling, driving, biking, whatever you're doing. Just exercise extra caution, because whenever the Tower comes up, it can, be a little bit of a warning sign. I think because it came out reverse, and the vibe that I'm getting from this is don't resist the changes that are coming, because in the end they're going to be awesome. In the end, you've got the Magician. In the end, you've got that Three of Wands. You've got that Nine of Wands. You are, you've got the Wheel of Fortune on your side. Things are turning around, and change is uncomfortable. I get that. As a Cancer, I have a hard time letting go sometimes. And as my Libra moon, I think we really seek balance, and change throws things out of balance a little bit. So the last two we've got Temperance. So it's coming good. All this movement is coming, all this change is coming. Have patience through it. Have patience. Things are coming back into balance. With this Two of Wands, we're coming back into balance. Change is coming, and it's good change. It's change that that has you creating things, has you being able to bring things in that you want to bring into your life. And just, further note of going back to this Hierophant and Nine of Wands, I want you to remember to find rituals and things and comforting traditions, things that are going to nurture you through this change, through this time of action. Nourish yourself, and especially nourish your spirit, because that's where I see you needing it. That's where I see you needing the most self-care, is spiritually, emotionally. So take care of that side of yourself through all this, and you're gonna be stepping into that Magician energy. You can create whatever you want. So that's awesome, Libras. And I will see you for the next Aftermoon report. Have a wonderful rest of the April.